All right, so welcome to the mid-season finale. Remember when I told you guys a couple weeks ago it was the mid-season finale? I was just kidding. Alyssa didn't do her research, but she did her research tonight for this wild, crazy, very Pretty Little Liars-esque episode. Michelle was like, oh, I feel like we've arrived to Pretty Little Liars. I'm like, here we are.
Yeah, no joke. This is an insane episode. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's titled Over My Dead Body. Aired August 30th, 2011. Written by I. Marlene King and directed by Ron Lagamarsino. So like OG PLL team here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Summary. All is not what it seems as A sends the girls on a hunt to destroy lives. Can the liars go through with their given tasks in order to save one, or will they ignore A to save those around them from being hurt? Question marks.
I have so many question marks.
So many question marks. We are live tonight in the studio with our patrons of the Upper East Siders tier. So hello and welcome.
Hi, buddies. We're so glad you're here.
Yeah, and if you're new, thanks for joining us.
Welcome.
Yeah, we are Liars Podcast. I didn't say that, but I think you know that I'm Liz.
And I'm Michelle.
Yeah, you guys got that, right?
You got it. You know it. You know it.
Yes. So the listeners, a lot of people wrote in. They wanted to know actually how we felt about the layout of this episode. We haven't done an episode like it before where it's flash forward in time, flash back in time. How did you think that this went through?
Yeah, I think it worked because, and I think this format works when anything like is super urgent and there's mystery around it. So this was fun. This didn't bother me.
No,
I really liked this.
I enjoyed it a lot. I thought it was different. You have to kind of be on your toes. And then when you see a scene, then they come in with the 5 hours earlier, 6 hours ahead, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And so I thought the device worked, especially for, again, the mid-season finale.
Let's keep saying
I was like, that last week was good.
yeah.
This week obviously is very
It feels
on another level.
It feels like it's a
Yeah.
mid-season. Do you know how long it was before they go to the next part of the season?
Yes, I will tell you later on.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Ooh.
She's jumping ahead.
I'm just curious.
She wants to get A's. Okay, so because the episode jumps around from past to present, I'm just going to go straight in order. I'm just going to go from, the furthest time to the most present time.
Okay.
Just because I feel like it makes more sense to do that. So we have the morning where before the shit hits the fan and the girls are trying to contact Dr. Sullivan, and obviously she's not around. She hasn't picked up her paper. Her voicemail says that she is out of town for a family emergency. And Michelle's like, bullshit. Obviously we know she's not.
Right.
Yeah, so she's missing and Spencer is calling it out right away. She's like, well, obviously A has done something and now they're afraid that something bad has happened to Dr. Sullivan. And of course they feel like, okay, we can't go to the cops because of Garrett and Jason and Jenna, whoever else is involved. This is the same story over and over. They can't go to the cops because they don't know if the cops will be on their side. So we then see Arya get the first text of the day, which states it's showing a picture of Dr. Sullivan telling her that she's still alive with she's holding a note.
Yeah, it almost looks like a mugshot.
Looks like she's captive.
Yes.
And she's being forced to show them that she's alive, but maybe not for long. So to sum up Spencer's morning, briefly, we have her and Toby together, and he tells her that his brake fluid was low, and it's due to his line being severed. He thinks it's because he backed over something.
Yeah, on the job site or something.
Yeah, and he's not too worried about it. And as they're discussing that, they happen to see Jason, who is now taking the newspaper off of the window in Allie's room, and they both kind of catch eyes. And Spencer's like, ugh, and she takes the curtains and shoves them closed. And then they discuss Peter, and Toby asks, well, did your dad say anything else? And Spencer says no. So her first lie. But she doesn't, because we know it's hard because while you're in a relationship, also
it's family.
It's family, and she doesn't want her dad getting in trouble.
And also, she doesn't know the full story. Like, we know the Will part, but there's obviously more because he's like, that's enough for tonight. Let's not forget. That's enough.
That's enough, sweetie. We can't discuss anymore.
Would you have told Toby if you were Spencer? I probably wouldn't yet.
I guess I wouldn't. I guess I probably wouldn't want to get into it again either.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Having to keep bringing it up, and
Yeah.
it sucks.
Yeah.
For her.
Yeah.
We also see Hannah and Caleb reunite in the morning. Yay, he's home early to come to this wedding with her. Not to mention her three other friends need to come to the wedding.
This is so odd.
Everyone in the Discord, everyone that sent me emails, Michelle and I in person, said, like, plates are expensive. You don't go on inviting your 3 high school friends to your dad's wedding.
You also, like, you don't even get that choice. The fact that she got a date. She got
a date
like,
plus 3.
4.
Yeah. I was going to say maybe like there were people who couldn't come last minute and so they needed to fill the plate. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. Yeah. Of course, our girls get all dolled up. They all have everything lying in their closet just to wear for this event of Tom and
they're not
Isabel.
that fancy of dresses.
They're not. They're probably like a junior prom dress or something, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we have Aria. She's over at Hollis about to give her boo some coffee, but Jackie sneaks in right before her to do the same. She gives her friend Ezra some coffee, and he's taken aback because she says that she thinks they're both single and she wished she would appreciated him when she had the chance. Mm-hmm. He's like, but you don't anymore because I'm seeing someone. And she's like, of course you are. Like, you're so great. I wondered what would have happened. And he's like, well, you're not going to have to wonder because, like, we're not going to do anything here. And then that's when Aria gets that text message about Dr. Sullivan.
I mean, I'm glad that Aria heard that conversation.
Yes. So she overhears him say, yeah, I'm in a relationship or I'm seeing someone.
Right.
Hoping that Jackie will back off. But it does now, have a light bulb and alarms in her head. Like, Jackie does still have feelings for him.
Yeah.
So she's going to make it a little tricky for her. Lastly, Emily in the morning, she and Maya are hanging out in Hannah's bedroom with Hannah present, and they're talking about True North. What's the face? Huh?
Yeah. Let's continue.
Okay. She's telling stories about True North, basically making it seem like it was a Bible camp where they had to recite,
Jesus things.
Jesus songs and things. And
yeah.
While she said her time there wasn't the worst because mostly everyone there is in the same boat as her. Like, they weren't there to make nice. They were there to kind of get reprimanded because they were, quote, bad kids.
Yeah.
Hannah also points out that she loves Maya's boots.
Mm-hmm. I can't stop thinking about the boots.
Well, I'm going to give you a little information about said boots.
Thank you. So
these lace-up boots, and I was on a deep Reddit hole, and then Britt actually did send me an email about the boots as well, and these boots have been seen on multiple characters so far. We see them on Maya. We see them on Dr. Sullivan. We see them on Allie and A.
Were these?
And the boots that A had purchased.
Okay.
Online.
Yes. That's what I was thinking about.
They're all the same boots.
Huh. Well, isn't that convenient?
So, like, what do you make of that? Like, is that a clue or is that just something they're trying to trick us with?
I think a little bit of
both. It would be fun for it to be obviously a clue, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, the fact that they were Allie's, like Allie had the same boots, like, of course, A would wear what A ordered, right? A ordered the boots.
Right.
But we saw the ordering of the boots, and then we saw Dr. Sullivan wear them, right?
We have seen them and Dr. Sullivan wear them in the past. Hannah had commented that she loved her boots.
Right.
We see A purchase the boots. We see Maya getting complimented the boots today. And then Allie was also, when she pulled Emily out of the barn.
In this sequence.
Was wearing these boots.
And then the boots that were found buried, are these the same boots?
Same boots.
Right. Interesting.
Yes, it's very interesting. I love it.
Yeah, wow,
I love it so much.
Boots. Okay. How many times do you think we said boots?
How many times did we say boots in the last 3 minutes?
Boots.
It's like, Michelle wouldn't get the reference, but boats. If you get it, you get it. Okay, so after Hannah leaves, Emily and Maya catch up, and Emily kind of wants to start up things again, but Maya says to her, you have great friends. I think we should start there. And not because I want to just be your friend, but because I don't really know this Emily who is more sure of herself and has come out. I don't know her, and I hope that she would still want to date me. So they're just going to start slowly, which I think is probably best.
Yeah, that makes
especially
sense.
with what's going on in Emily's life right now. All right, so now this is when the shit gets good. Spencer gets a special delivery of a wooden crate, a very large wooden crate from A, and on it spray painted says open or she dies. I mean, you can't get any more ridiculous than that. A huge box. And Hannah's like, I hope it's not an ear. And Emily's like, that's a pretty large box for it to be an ear.
But like, what if her parents found that?
I know. I'm like, everything is just so convenient that
everything
you just have to go. And it's hard to be in the fantasy, but at the same time.
Right. Exactly.
So in this box are prospective dolls for Spencer, Hannah, and Arya. And these dolls have strings to pull with voices. And Michelle does not like dolls.
I
and
lost it. If you were with
she
us,
was in the corner of the couch, like, no.
I was rolling around and I was screaming.
Yeah, as soon as the box
Sorry, Liz,
opened, she was like, oh my God. These dolls, no, not
like,
dolls.
no.
And I was like, oh, dolls are like a big part of the show. She knew that going in, guys.
I did know, but I've been waiting. You know, we had that like creepy.
Yeah, we haven't had
Allie's
any
doll,
of that yet, really.
But old dolls with strings.
Yeah, old dolls, they were almost like dirty and roughed up, and they have a pull string where there's a voice to it. So these voices give our girls their tasks for the day. So Arya says, make Jackie go away. And then it's revealed that Jackie has plagiarized her doctoral paper. Hannah says, stop the wedding. So however she's going to achieve that, she needs to somehow stop her dad and Isabel's wedding. And then Spencer's is keep Toby safe. And Spencer then has this light bulb like, well, Toby's brake fluid was leaking and he thought it was an accident, but I think it was A. So she's really shook up about it. And she says the only way for me to keep Toby safe is honestly for him not to be around me. And so, like I said last week, I mean, everyone's is pretty bad, but I feel like Spencer's is probably the most detrimental to her.
Yeah, and it seems like she can't really explain it.
And right, there's no answer. Like at least with Hannah, you know, hey dad, you did cheat, so I can't really you know, while it sucks that I said something, you know, you did do it. And Jackie did it as well. So this Toby thing is really tricky for Spencer.
And it was interesting the way Spencer, her other light bulb of like, oh, this is like the perfect frenemy situation. Because like they're all going to get what they want.
But they have to sacrifice something else.
Right. And all hell's going to break loose. Because at first I'm like, well, where is this going? Like, yeah, let's keep Toby safe.
Right.
Yeah, let's stop this wedding. Also, like the plagiarism thing, I'm like, well, she shouldn't really like get rid of Jackie. That to me makes the most sense.
It does. That makes more sense because Kat had asked us later, why not Ezra?
Right.
But if they're supposed to be a frenemy, I feel like maybe it makes sense that Arya would obviously want to keep Ezra around and she wants Jackie out of the picture.
Yeah.
So it only makes sense for her to get rid of Jackie.
And maybe she was like, well, whoever they are, was like, well, Jackie's never going to stand for this. And I know Jackie will come back with fire. So.
Right. And for Hannah, you know, it's a potential that she will lose her father or relationship with her father. So, or at least with Isabel, anyone. So it's just, either way you go about it, you're hurting someone, but these are like more of selfish motives for the girls. And also they want to save Dr. Sullivan.
Of course.
So they have to take it upon themselves now to do their tasks, and they have 5 hours to do it.
Right.
Of course.
Right.
So, Arya goes to complete her task. She sees Jackie at Hollis and she presents her with the plagiarized paper, and she tells her that she needs to leave Hollis. Doesn't go into anything else. She does apologize. She's like, I'm sorry this had to be done. Obviously, Jackie's not going to, accept it, but,
And how
Arya
else would
leaves.
you do it? Like, I guess it wouldn't have counted if she just like left that in a mailbox.
Right, like, can she leave it in her, like, mailbox at school?
Right.
Like, found this, leave now, or whatever.
Or you might want to see this, just a heads up. But for her to be like, you need to leave Hollis.
Yeah. Because Jackie's like, what do you want?
And she doesn't have an answer.
She's like, you need to go.
Right.
I don't need you here.
Right.
Or she could have just been like, stay away from Ezra.
Right.
But I think at this point, Arya realizes Jackie knows that her and Ezra are together.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause she's like, oh, Ezra's office is down the hall. Like, she knows. So.
Yeah.
Then we have Arya with a conversation between Ella and herself about Mike, and luckily it seems like the therapy is helping him and he is doing better, and he went to go eat pizza, and Ella realizes that it was really bad for her to ask her to lie about her sprained wrist, just like Baron, I may add, when Baron was like, don't tell your mom that I cheated. I mean, this is different. But still, like, making your kid lie, really fucked up. And she's like, I had a bad parenting day. And Arya's like, whatever, it happens. Like, we all have our days.
Right.
And then Jackie shows up at the Montgomerys and Arya's freaked out. She's like, what are you doing here? And Jackie's like, you know what? Actually, I'm not going anywhere. And if you, like, tell anyone about this, I'm going to tell everyone about you and Ezra. And Arya's like, you wouldn't do that to him. And she's like, I would if I had to. Because she wants him.
Cute dress, though.
Yeah, but cute dress.
Cute dress.
So cute.
So cute.
Yeah, it was a cute dress. It fit her very well.
It did. She looked adorable.
She looked like a little doll.
She did look adorable.
Yeah. And then we have Spencer, who goes to Toby at work, and she tells him that she essentially doesn't trust him with her secrets, and that she has so many, and why even have the burden of being with her because of those secrets that she'll never be able to tell him. And she says, I lied to you earlier. My dad did tell me stuff. I can't tell you it though. Like, I can't tell you anything. And therefore we shouldn't be together. And you deserve someone who can tell you the truth. And she jets out, runs down the block, and she collapses in front of this tree. And I wanted to feel her pain. Like, there was a moment in the episode where Arya goes later on and she asks to make her phone call, and the way Lucy cries, I felt that. This, not trying to throw shade at Troyan, but because how ridiculous the running into the tree thing was, I had to laugh.
No, we laughed.
Had to laugh
because Ren is there,
and then fucking Ren.
That's what ruined it.
It ruined it. She could have cried in private.
Yeah.
And that would have been heartbreaking. But to cry in the public circle where people can see you, and then Ren has to see you, and then drive you home.
How convenient, Ren.
I'm like, where in relation to all these buildings?
Right.
Where was Toby's truck to her home, to the tree?
Job site. Yeah.
Like,
right. Right.
None of it makes sense, but it was funny. Sorry. Vic asks, why doesn't Spencer tell Toby about A?
Because of the threat. Like, keep Toby safe, and the more he
What
knows...
if she would have told Toby about A to begin with? I feel like, man, maybe they wouldn't have, like, continued a relationship. Maybe A would have gotten in the middle somehow.
You know what, to be honest, get close. To be honest, I forget who knows about A.
Well, not anyone's supposed to know about A.
Wait, Toby
it's just
doesn't
our
know
girls. I honestly felt like we knew about A.
Wait.
I think he was just so wrapped up in the Ian, Melissa, Bell Tower, Ian killed, Ian, whatever, Jason, whatever, that he doesn't know about A. He just knows that Spencer's involved with all of this murder shit. So, I think. Honestly, it seemed like he had known, but I guess at this point he doesn't know.
So it's just the girls and Dr. Sullivan.
And A.
And Garrett, no.
Sorry.
What? No.
No, Jenna and Garrett don't know about A that we know of.
Because they are A. All right.
Yeah. And then, as we know...
But doesn't Ezra know everything?
No, Ezra knows nothing.
Didn't?
Ezra knows there's an A, but he didn't know to what extent how bad it was.
Okay, but
remember?
he did know. She told him
Yeah,
about...
that someone anonymously knew about them.
Right.
But she doesn't know who.
Okay.
And then we left it at that. Like, nobody knows.
Okay.
Yeah. No partners know. Yeah, so then we go back to the Hastings house where Ren has brought her and he's watching her get ready for the wedding. And he's like, you're beautiful. I want to kiss you. I hate this so much. It's so infuriating. And then he kisses her, even though she's like, I don't think it's a good idea. And he's like, raises his eyebrows and he's ready. And she kisses him back. It sucks.
I have no words because I just hate this so much.
Sorry.
How are we still into her?
How are we still around?
Why are you still around? Well, we know he has his whatever he's doing.
His residency.
Yeah.
Or...
Don't you meet people who are appropriate of your age?
There's people at hospitals. You can't meet them.
You are working in your field and you're going to get obsessed with a high schooler? I've been wanting to kiss you for so long. Like, Ren, get out.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Mm-hmm. They kissed once before, and that's what Melissa saw, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been dying to do this. Like, really? I just... And to take advantage of her. Mm-hmm. She literally tells him
that she broke up with her boyfriend.
And she's like, I usually don't cry in front of people, but it was really easy to do, which is like a weird line, but okay, we're feeling down.
We didn't need to do that.
And then you know how upset she is and you know how fragile she is. And that's when you kiss her?
Mm-hmm.
You're a piece of shit.
You're a piece of shit. I actually hate you.
Effing shit, Ren. Goodbye, sir.
Yeah.
Get out.
Good day. With the red.
I know.
Yeah.
Good day.
Good day, sir.
Good
because
day, sir.
You're not welcome, especially here. You're not welcome.
No.
The audacity.
The audacity. Major issues.
He says what did he call him? He called him something like...
He called himself something?
The architect. Not the architect.
The architect.
He didn't call himself. No, he called Toby something like...
He did?
Like... his job title, but carpenter. I don't remember what he called him. He's like, oh, so the carpenter. And Spencer's like, he has a name. And still, she kisses him back. Come on. I hated it. I hated everything about the scene.
Ugh. Ren and Stimpy's back, I guess.
Yeah. Ugh. Kat wanted to know, out of all of the events, which one was our favorite or like storyline to watch?
Like the tasks?
Yeah.
I
hated all of them, but in a way because they all like sucked for them.
Yeah, and stressful.
Yeah.
I would say the wedding scenario is like had me a little cringe.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me, Isabel. Excuse me. Like Hannah. Oh, and you know, Caleb delivered that amazing line. So
Caleb, the best part of the episode was Caleb.
Yeah.
Oh, love him.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So as we know, Emily thought she was off the hook, but psych, she's not.
Oh my God, so creepy.
Oh, so she goes in. So what I don't understand is that we all had to go separate to the wedding. None of us could go together. We all went separate. Emily drives to the church, puts it in her GPS that she needs to get to the church. The church is right there. She doesn't need the GPS because the church is right there. She sees, oh, that's weird. The GPS is making me go right, but I see the church is right there. So why don't you just go to the church? But the GPS said, turn right, please turn right. And she turns around. She sees that the doll is there.
Okay. I had an issue with that too, but you get
It's
in your
very
car.
unbelievable that you
Am I
wouldn't
the
notice
only
that the doll
one
was
who looks in my back seat.
For sure.
We talked about this.
Yes, we've talked about this.
On, like,
definitely.
multiple teams.
We talked about this, I think, when Seth was on, because we were joking with the Toby and Batman situation.
Yes. And it's daylight. You're approaching your car. You're going to see a freaking doll sitting in the middle seat, and her car's clean. It's not like we have a lot of rubbish around.
Right.
Rubbish.
Yeah, rubbish, sure.
Yeah, that just
She's
came
so
there.
British today.
Channeling. That's what got me the most. Then we notice. But yes, the church. We see the church.
And then to make it even more campy with the GPS telling you where to go. And then, of course, she pulls her doll string and it says, follow the directions, go alone.
How does A have, like, you're following all along, and I know we just have to believe it, but, like, A is pretty amazing to hack this GPS system where you can't change it.
Yep.
And everything just falls into place. It's a team, I think. The A team. Anyway.
Good times.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Keep going. Okay. Yes.
Anyway, so she pulls up to the secluded barn that this GPS has taken her to. Ooh, Jesus. And so Emily, she heads inside the barn. She sees it's dark in there with a car that's running. And she says, Michelle says she doesn't take her phone. And she doesn't prop the door open with anything. And she walks in and she lets the thing close with someone closing it behind her. And now she's breathing in all the fumes. And she's about to pass out because she's locked inside with a running car. Not good. No one's in there. Dr. Sullivan's not in there.
No.
She just went in.
Yeah.
I don't know what the purpose of this was.
You don't bring your phone.
Don't bring your phone.
And she's walking in heels.
They never learn any lessons.
Like, props to her for driving in the heels. I know it's like a small thing to notice, but use your
Those
shoe
are
to like
big heels.
I know. Like, how are you driving?
Right? Yeah.
in those?
Use your shield to prop it open. And you know what? If A was there to like pull you would turn around and be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Right.
You know?
Right. And
But
then
of
for
course it
like
didn't
a
happen.
split second, I thought she had to dig her way out, and that's why they were dirty.
Yeah. And
I'm
Michelle
mad.
was like, I'm pondering so many things. I don't know what's gonna happen. I think I know. And I'm like, just watch. Just watch. So it's assumed that Emily has passed out and someone is dragging her out of the barn. And we reveal that Emily sees Allie. And Allie is so cryptic at telling her she knows who A is, but she can't tell her because two can keep a secret if one of them is dead. And I'm like, sweetie, do you hear what you're saying? One of them is dead. So how about we can keep the secret? Or is she? I don't know. Maybe they're trying to like mess with your brain here. Like two can keep a secret if one of them is dead. Okay, well, does that mean that neither of them are dead? Because Emily's like, is this heaven? Like, what, guys?
Also, just to like pull the line from the song, and you're
Right.
like,
I'll never
There
forget.
it is.
I will never
there
forget
it is.
that scene of when I don't remember when it was, but I remember like when I think about this show, I think about like, oh, that the time Allie said the song lyric. Because that's how cringe it is, guys.
So cringy. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Allie says that she has to go, and then the girls find Emily at the barn.
Yeah.
Okay. Listeners wanted to know, what do you make of the Allie scene?
Yeah. I mean, I think it was a dream. I think she came up with that. Emily was, as she was in her state, imagined all of this. Oh, my lips. You ever have a dream that feels like it's almost like a message coming to you? So that's what I think it was.
We said she was like Dorothy in her
That's right.
blue
That's
checkered
right.
dress.
Yes.
And she woke up and she's like, and you were there, and
Yep.
you, and you. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And lastly, we have Hannah. Before the wedding, Tom comes in to talk to Hannah, and they basically have this apology. Hannah says, do you really want to marry Isabel? Like, she's trying to get him off the hook before the marriage even happens because she doesn't want to have to hurt him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, no, I promise you, Isabel and I are good. I needed your mom, the situation with your mom, to kind of like push me there. I self-sabotage myself a lot. I don't know why I do it, but I'm happy with Isabel and I'm committed to her. So we get to the wedding. Everyone is there except for Emily. We know where she is. And Hannah's chummy with Caleb. And then Kate tries to like weasel her way in there. And Caleb's like, yeah, I love your dress, except it gives you back fat. Girl. Oh, man. I mean, as a woman, like that, ouch. What a slap. Because
oh my God, back fat in the dress is so, I felt that so hard. And finding the right bra so you don't have
it's
back
the worst.
fat.
I mean, I feel like there are a very small percentage of women that have very limited back fat because as women we have that because our bodies are built differently.
That's right.
So that was a really mean comment, but we know why he had to say it.
Right.
It was like literally a bitch slap.
Yeah.
And then Hannah gets a text that Dr. Sullivan is suffocating. So she kind of has to like hurry up and do this spoil of the wedding. So the officiant is talking and Hannah's like, excuse me, Isabel, can I go talk to you for a second? And everyone's like, oh my God, what's happening? And Caleb is so confused because he has no idea what's going on. And so Arya and Spencer are like, we need a getaway car. So they pick up and go. And Hannah tells Isabel about Tom and Ashley, and Tom is listening. And Hannah says, look, I'm sorry, but not very apologetic.
No.
Because
Sorry,
it's
not
the
sorry.
truth. Like, sorry, not sorry. I had to do this, but also it probably should have been said.
Yeah.
And they get in the car and they rush to go find Dr. Sullivan and Emily. So they get to the barn. This is when Emily wakes up and she tells the girls that Allie's alive. And at first Spencer's like, wait, Dr. Sullivan? And they're like, no, Allie. It's Allie. She's alive.
Where is she?
Where did she go? And then Emily's like, that wasn't there before. This scene pissed me the fuck off.
Yeah,
First
same.
of all, how did A
Same.
know that they were even going to give a shit about a random shovel at a barn? Why wouldn't a shovel be at a barn? So they see this shovel and they're like, that wasn't there before. Let's go walk up to the shovel. And of course, on the back of it is taped a longitude, latitude point for them to go dig.
How did they not? Okay, right. Let's not. Keep
I
going.
know. It's the fantasy.
I know.
So the girls head to the location and there's a stick in the ground and Hannah gets a text, I guess, that Dr. Sullivan's buried there. So the girls are frantic. They're trying to dig. They don't even use a shovel.
No.
They
True.
they
They
touched
don't-
it, but they didn't even use a shovel.
It was a straw, right?
Yeah, it was like when you like
That's
when-
what I thought.
I think when you
Yeah, like a mouth
oh
straw.
like she's
to breathe. Because it's coming out of the mask, wasn't it?
Smart.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, they dig, and Hannah says they're her boots, and then a mask, and we realize it's not Dr. Sullivan, and then helicopters are above, and the cops are like, "Here, we found them. And they hands up. You need to come down with us."
This is what confused me.
It's
I
so
don't
confusing.
Understand. These girls go off to do their own thing. What would make them go to the woods to find them? How would they know where the girls are? I mean,
Right.
Garrett, right?
Yeah, I guess, but
But like,
I think we're to assume later when we find out with Jenna and Garrett that they were the anonymous tip that called in that they know where the murder weapon is and who has it. I guess like they don't even tell you that,
okay,
right?
that makes sense. Yeah.
And
That
I
was
guess
not clear.
that's not clear. And this is, because I had watched it now 3 times. So I'm like, okay, I think this is where they're going at. But the execution, terrible. Terrible execution.
Terrible.
Yeah. So the girls get taken down to the station and now we're in real time. So we have Garrett at the station and he has to now answer to Detective Wilden, who we haven't seen since episode 9 of the first season. It's been a while. And it took Michelle a second to recognize who it was.
I remember him and hating him,
Yeah.
but it didn't occur to me who
Yeah.
he was when we see him back. So
Well, he apparently has some significant evidence and they allowed him to come back on the case. And the girls are shocked to see him and he's so smug and so happy that he now gets to like frame them and, take them down. So then Garrett tells his chief that Allison's autopsy report was recovered, but they can't find page 5 and nobody can find it anywhere. It's not in the supply room. It's nowhere to be found. And the chief is like, are you kidding me? What was on there? And he says, trace evidence on the body. So basically like any evidence that could have been on Allison's body, a hair fiber, whatever it is, leading to who could have potentially killed her. So of course that's all gone. And Garrett knows exactly where it is.
of course,
Obviously. So the police make a press conference stating that they got an anonymous tip, like I said, that they were that they checked into and now they have the murder suspects in the custody. How do you have
Do we go into we found the girls digging? Like, what were you digging for? Because that would make okay. All right,
TBD.
got it.
Yeah. So we see Toby And he comes down to the station. He's like, I need to talk to Spencer. And he's like, Spencer, I love you. I don't care.
Aw.
And then, of course, she ignores him and the cops won't let him get near her. And then this is when Arya is calling someone on the phone and she breaks down and we figure out it's Ezra, who we don't see in that whole episode, but we have to remember back last week that they didn't leave on good terms because she had told him that Jason had kissed her and she like didn't stop him.
Yeah, I actually thought she was calling Jason.
Ooh. Oh,
Yeah.
God, that would have been so good.
Yeah, but she was trying to bring him coffee earlier in the
She
episode.
was.
So,
Yeah. And then Emily comes back into the room with the girls and says that she needed medical attention. She needed to get some oxygen. And now, luckily, all of the parents, except for Emily's, are in at the station. And Peter is saying that the girls all need to get a criminal defense lawyer because now they're suspected of murder and things are not going to go well for them. How?
How?
They must know something we don't, because
Well, obviously.
doesn't make any sense to me that this would occur. But of course, during this time, Mr. Jason De Laurentiis comes in and Peter's like, what are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here. And he's like, well, this is about my sister's case and I think I should be here. And remember what we talked about yesterday? Yeah, I remember it all. And the reason why I moved back into the house is to dig up Allie's old secrets because she liked to scare people and hold that above their heads. And does Veronica know your secret? And Peter says no, and tonight she's not going to find out.
No, now is not the night. Oh, look
Tonight's
at my...
Tonight's not the night. Every night it's not the
Tonight is
night.
not the night.
It's not the night.
You know what? When he first said, I think my sister would want me to be here, I was like, Spencer's his sister.
That would...
Because, you know, I'm still on the he fathered.
Oh, yeah. What a good
I think I'm
pickup.
wrong. I think I'm wrong. But maybe I'm right.
Wow. That was a great,
That's what my mind do. Not to Allie, because at the time watching this, I'm like,
why
wait,
would that
why are we-
sister? That makes sense.
Mhm.
I like it.
Mhm.
Yeah. So then Peter tells the other parents about the criminal attorney, right? And then Ezra comes to the station to make things just blow up here, and Ella's like, "Excuse me, I know why you're here, and it's not gonna happen, and the best thing is for you to leave, and I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt, not that you deserve it, but our girls don't need any more drama, and Spencer's parents will literally kill you." And he's like, before he says, I love her, and he's like, wait, Spencer?
Yeah. Wait, hold up.
Huh?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Vic wants to know, will Ezra correct her?
No,
Never?
not anytime soon. I think he'll just leave and drop it. And then when him and Arya finally reconnect. So what's this about Spencer and me?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. What does your mom think that me and Spencer are together?
Yeah, what's going on with that?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. And even more wow is this Garrett Jenna scene. Were you confused or were you loving it?
No, I was loving it.
Okay,
They're
great.
Boris and Natasha
They're
for me.
so great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so Jenna comes to Garrett and he brings her into an empty investigation room, which everyone in the chat was like, why would that
Yeah, this is
happen?
weird.
That's not good because what if people are listening in?
Yeah.
But Jenna says that she's very pleased at the way everything has turned out, almost as if they planned it that way.
Mm-hmm.
And she wishes the girls knew that it was them that was taking them down, but, you know, it's okay for now. And she tells Garrett, I can't wait for you to, you know, drop the uniform. And he's like, I can't wait not to be a cop anymore. So that leads me to believe he joined the force just to make sure his ducks are in a row, right?
That's what I'm thinking.
Mhm.
Yeah. And what is he doing after this?
Right. Like, what's his plan after this? But he says to her, like, I can't wait to give up the uniform, but I'm not going to do it tonight because it will look really suspicious. I can give it a few more weeks. And that it took him a long time to get the evidence of page 5, but he finally got it. And that Jason knows that he's not the killer. And but he doesn't know that Jenna and Garrett wrote the note in his pocket.
The note that he found and that
the next day.
Right.
Yeah, so he doesn't know that, but he's pretty sure he didn't kill his sister.
Right.
And they're okay with that, I guess. And then he gives Jenna the piece of paper and he's like, take this home and burn it. And she's like, is it page 5? And he's like, this is over. Like, it's over.
So Jenna and Garrett have been fooling around for a while.
I guess.
But like, that's what it seems like.
Right. And then Jenna says, well, I don't feel bad because Allie deserved to die like that. Meaning like she knows how she died and where she was and things.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Our lovely patron and listener, Kate, is back at it with her detective work.
Yes.
In this episode, she says we find out that Garrett and Jenna were the ones who wrote the note in Jason's pocket. The handwriting does not match A's notes, but does match Ian's suicide note. And I will show you a picture. I can't make it bigger, but here's the suicide note. And here's the note in Jason's pocket. Comparing. I will post this on Patreon. So I think it's safe to say that whoever was on set that wrote the note was the same person, but I guess they're trying to. Yeah, I don't know if that's a red herring or what.
Yeah.
Something to keep in mind. All right, and then Darren teases the girls that he's known the truth for a while, and now it's finally come to light, and they found the girls with the murder weapon. He throws the shovel on the table, and their girls are like, "What the fuck? How? Like literally,
how?
Why?
Right? Like what? Okay."
Brett says, "What does that mean for the hockey stick then?"
Well, I've been keeping quiet about that because I'm like, I must be missing something, and it's like I never watched the show before because of things I keep bringing up. But I don't understand.
It's a completely separate entity. Her brain hurts, guys.
My brain hurts. It literally hurts.
Yeah. We can marinate on that. And then our last scene is Dr. Sullivan at a diner with her supposed captor, and they give her a envelope that says photos do not bend.
Oh, is that what it said? I couldn't read that.
Photos do not bend. And she's like, I've done everything that you've asked. And A sends her on her merry way with the envelope. And then the waitress comes over and she's like, what can I get for you, pretty eyes?
Yeah.
Do you think that's a clue? Or
I do.
Who has pretty eyes?
Jenna. But
Jenna.
We don't know Jenna's eyes.
Lots of people have pretty eyes.
Right? We don't know that Jenna's eyes. We know the actress has pretty eyes.
She does have gorgeous eyes. Yeah.
But does Jenna have pretty eyes? She does. We've seen her a couple of times.
She sure does. I mean, she's got gorgeous. There's a lot of people that have really pretty eyes on this show.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Toby has pretty eyes.
Toby has gorgeous eyes.
I mean, anybody could have pretty eyes.
True. Shape, color.
I think Dr. Sullivan is gone.
On the island?
I do. Can you confirm?
She's not.
She's not? Oh, okay. I think this would be a good send-off, though.
It would.
I did what you wanted me to do, and I'm on my merry way. And then we never get closure from her, but this would be the closure. This would, drive the girls crazy.
Crazy, right?
Is she dead? Is she alive?
Right, because now the girls still won't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know, a lot to take in.
There's a lot to take in.
There's a lot going on.
Yes.
But we're going to just take a really short break and we'll be right back. Promise. This friggin' microphone tonight. Okay, so while we were watching, within like the last 3 minutes, we got an email from our A from Rosewood, PA. The email title is The Juiciest Secret, Chapter 1. And it says, hey, liars. Michelle's face. I might be too busy to send emails here and there because I'm writing a book, which is weird about what happened with us today. Want to know the title? The Secrets and Lies of Alyssa Tenio and Michelle Rubenstein. First of all, my name is Alyssa Daly, and Michelle Rubenstein is spelled wrong.
How's it spelled? Like
Ruben.
so either they know that
We did just have this discussion with Michael, however, in the chat where he says his phone autocorrects it to with an I.
yeah, but he could have changed it.
Of course he can. That's what I mean. Like, he's
Right.
trolling us.
He's trolling us. We're back to Mike.
We're back to Mike again.
It's no longer set.
But coming to shelves this fall. Make sure you pick up your copy at your local Barnes & Noble. Maybe if you're good, I'll send you a signed copy.
Imagine if it's Rand's.
I was thinking he purposely spelled your name wrong.
Well, I don't know if he knows how to spell my last name.
I hope he does.
Yeah.
That would really offend me deeply if he didn't.
I wouldn't be offended.
He called me Alyssa Tenio?
To-
He called me Tenio. Well, he calls me Tenio.
to troll you.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. I liked this one, though. Please give us next chapter because
Yeah.
this is fun.
Yeah.
All right. Some Lucky Leon's Ladle. Ben and Jerry's Salted Caramel Almond. Vanilla bean ice cream with roasted almond slivers, fudge flakes, and salted caramel swirl. Bells are ringing in Rosewood this week. Wedding bells as Tom and Isabel's big day has finally arrived. Almonds are often affiliated with weddings. However, the almonds in this flavor are both roasted and slivered, perfectly representing the now slivered marriage thanks to Hannah. The salted caramel represents Jackie. Her cute dress comment to Arya after threatening her was definitely showing both sides of Jackie's sweet and salty sides all in one scene. The fudge flakes represent the flakes of dirt all over the liars. It looks like A didn't need to dig any more dirt on the liars. They dug enough dirt up on their own. Just like the liars using the murder weapon, this too is one flavor you can happily shovel into to save a life.
Ooh, good.
Cute, Mike.
That was so good, Mike.
He joked with me. He's like, I won't sum it up this time.
Aw. You just do such a good job, Mike.
Yes. That
Seriously,
was great.
that was great.
It sounded like a good flavor.
Delish.
Do you have an MVP and shittiest?
I do have an MVP.
Okay.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, Caleb. I think that was the consensus. Like,
yeah. Oh, I loved him.
because everyone was pretty shitty. The girls had to do shitty things.
Yeah.
All the guys were shit.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Do you have a shittiest? Because I literally have everyone. I have everyone, comma Kate, comma Jackie, comma Garrett, comma Ren. Because I hated everyone.
I agree. Yeah.
Everyone sucked.
Yeah. I don't have like a number one shit.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. No.
What scale? This is going to be a tough one to rate because
This is hard. This was really fun. And I feel
It
like
was
we
fun.
got a lot of information, but we're also being thrown off a lot.
yeah,
But it's higher.
it's higher. I think it's higher than most because of how ridiculous the scenes were. The dialogue wasn't as cringy.
No.
Like, we usually base off the dialogue and the awkwardness between characters, but this was just like, okay, this is on another level.
Yeah. I'm feeling a 6.
6. Okay.
Yeah.
We could do 6 for sure. All right. 6 out of
Yeah.
10.
Yeah.
It's up there. It's not super
Do you
high.
feel the
but
same?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
A little bit over midway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So just the end of the episode, I'm going to give you the title for our episode 13, which our buddy Seth
Seth
will be joining
Movie
us.
Friends co-host and a fan favorite over here at
Yeah.
Betty.
And
Love
he,
Seth.
when I had the schedule go out, he was the first guest and he picked a really good episode, I have to say.
Very excited.
Yes.
Very
So
excited.
the title is called The First Secret. The First Secret. My secret. Okay, so since this was a mid-season finale, they actually don't return until October. So we're in August. They return in October
Wow. Okay.
with a Halloween special. Yeah.
I just got
And the episode
love Halloween.
is a prequel, so it's in 2008. So
So Allie's
before
alive.
all of this stuff.
So Allie's alive,
Mm-hmm.
and Allie will tell her first secret,
Mm-hmm.
or the
first
girls
secret.
will have to keep the first secret, or Okay, wait. It's 2011. Allie died in 2010. This is 2 years prior.
Halloween 2 years prior.
Is everyone in it? Meaning like Jason, Ian, Garrett, Jenna? Oh my God, Jenna. Jenna's not blind yet. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I don't really have much to tell you.
I know. I'm just so excited.
Oh my God, oh wow, this is great. This is great.
I know.
This is great. This
I
is
know.
great. This is great. Wow.
I'm so happy you're happy.
How could I know? It's a Halloween episode.
I know. We love Halloween over here, as you guys know, and it's a prequel. So like this is before anything. So we have pink hair Arya, we have Jenna pre-blindness, we have Ian and Melissa together. Emily's dating Ben. Okay, like, so good shit.
There's gonna be a Halloween party.
Whose?
I think it's gonna be Melissa's Halloween party.
Okay.
In the barn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fun stuff.
We'll see what ensues from there. And a secret will have to be kept. And that's when it starts. But the girls would be 3 years younger. So they're 13.
I think they're 14. Well, just like something. I don't know.
Okay. I'll move on.
I didn't think about the age, but
okay, it
feels like it's the same. They're like the same kids. They feel
like
the same kids, but younger.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I know I gave you that.
Mm-hmm.
After that, what do you predict like is going to happen with the girls and this murder weapon situation?
So next week, we're not going to touch upon that at all.
It's a standalone episode because they don't come back until January.
So they come back for one.
A Halloween special that was part of like the seed. You know how Freeform always says those like 31 days of Halloween. They did the special and then they didn't come back actually for the mid-season in January.
Does the special though, does it provide clues?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It drives plot, but not current plot. So, like, it gives you...
Got it. Like, background?
Like, maybe beginnings of A or who, like, you know, things like that.
Okay. Oh, my gosh. This is so exciting.
I know. Isn't it, like, fun? I hope you enjoy it.
I will. I
mean, like, obviously they can't give you, like, everything.
No, I know.
But it's a fun time to, like, experience. Obviously we love a Halloween episode. It was fun. I remember when we watched it live, like to be in that realm of Halloween and
that's so fun.
The liars and Halloween costumes and parties and, you know, Allie and Jenna and just all the good stuff. Yeah,
that's great. Okay, so I think I don't really have anything for you, to be honest.
That's
with you.
okay.
I really don't.
I didn't expect much.
I need to marinate. Maybe ask me at the end of next week.
Yeah, let's do that.
Because
you know what, you don't even have to predict after next week because there might not be any
thing
for you to predict.
What do you think is going to come in next week's episode, which is where we probably pick right back up?
Right. Yes, we do.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Or it's like a month. It's like a month.
A month?
I'm pretty sure it's like a month.
So they're out of holding.
Yeah.
Month is a long time.
I kind of spoiled that, but
that's okay.
Maybe you'll forget.
But like not really. I probably will. To be honest with you,
after next week, you'll be so excited it's Halloween. You'll forget.
I always like to think I won't forget, but guess what? I always forget.
Yeah,
I always forget.
All right. Well, we're gonna end the episode with a little special treat.
Yeah, a roll call. Hey, we're so thankful for you, Betties, for supporting us, and we just want to give a big shout out to drum roll.
I can't do that.
Oh, right. The tongue thing. Okay. Laura, Megan, Samps, Emily, Elizabeth, Brandon, Cambria, Natalie, Jessica, Blake, Taylor, Kimberly, Tara, Janelle, Kathleen, Evan, Kiana, Molly, Kate, Christopher, Keely, Britt, Debbie, Stefania, Kimberly, Angelina, Ashley, William, Lisa, Carolee, Jacqueline, Michael, Jillian, Chloe, Daphne, Tevin, Victoria, Rihanna, Shanna, Ryan, Jessica, Tish, Allie is listed twice. Allie too.
Allie times 2.
Yay.
Yay. Thank you, patrons.
Everyone. We love you guys.
We love you.
Much.
If you want to get a shout out, head over to our Patreon. If you want to join our Discord chat, we do that every Thursday except for the last Thursday of the month, and we discuss the episode, and then the first episode of the month we are live. So like tonight we are live and our patrons are here and they're chatting away and get to watch the episode before anyone else, and the real live uncut, not that we cut that much, but uncut version of the video podcast.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah, so if that's something that interests you, check out our link in the bio. It's everything's there, everything you could possibly imagine, total